I ended my 3 years long friendship because my ex-best friend got jealous. I 17F and my ex-best friend who we'll call C 18F recently parted ways due to her constant stress she put on me. C and I have been best friends for 3 years now, and over the past 3 years I have consistently found myself walking on eggshells around her, continuously pushed me to the side when one of our mutual friends were around, and it's like I was only her best friend when it was convenient for her. Just over a year ago C got into a relationship with this guy who was in the same friend group as my boyfriend. However, C's boyfriend is rude and narcissistic as well as disrespectful to everyone including C. My BF and C's BF have been a part of the same friend group for 4 years. However, the boys have always felt as though C's BF was rude and disrespectful, and at the start of this year they all stopped talking to C's BF due to his behavior, and soon they did the same to C, who seemed somewhat obsessed with them. Especially one of the boys who we will call P, 19M, who both C and her BF relentlessly texted for months straight begging for him to allow them to talk face to face, but whenever P said anything about why he didn't want to see them, they would hang up on him and verbally abuse him via text. However, P and the boys always loved my BF and have recently welcomed me into the group and have said to me and amongst themselves that I am one of the boys now. About 2 weeks ago I turned my Snapchat location off for everyone including C, and she got mad and started having a go at me over text. After I vented to one of my mates about it, C messaged me telling me to remove her. Keep in mind I didn't say anything bad about C, I was just explaining the situation to a close friend who was confused about why we were fighting, and after 2 days of me trying to get her to talk to me I finally gave up and removed her because she had been ignoring me for 2 days straight. Last Friday night P had a party for his 19th birthday, and me and my BF as well as the rest of the boys and a few people we hadn't met before were all invited. Obviously there was drinking and music and everything like that, and everyone was having a good time. Once the party died down a little, P and a few of his mates decided they wanted to go uptown for a few hours and come back around 2 or 3 in the morning, which me, my BF and 2 of our mates were fine with because we were all having fun. Anyway, at 12 AM I got a message from C where she was judging me for being at P's party, saying she didn't need to see my car outside P's house and was calling me a slut and a bitch. After telling her I was going to block her I stopped replying, and less than 10 minutes later we heard someone screaming outside. We all heard her say, "You're a fucking slut," to me, so we all went to look and she was standing at the backyard fence, which is on a pathway, just glaring at us. I then proceeded to tell the boys not do or saying anything to her, and I went out to her myself. After her screaming at me and me responding with a normal sentence a few times, she started pushing me and I managed to catch myself the first few times. However, the last time she pushed me knocked me back, and due to me being somewhat tipsy I fell. I proceeded to get straight back up and resumed my previous security guard type stance with a blank face. She called me a pussy for not hitting her, but I stay strong with my opinion that a shove is not a hit and you don't hit someone until they hit you first. I find it more mature, as no matter what they're saying it shows you can control your anger and find other ways to end the situation without resolving to violence. Eventually we all went inside, leaving her out there. I then continued to get increasingly aggressive messages from both her and her BF, which they do and have done to anyone that says or does something they don't agree with. I then proceeded to say that this is why they have no friends left and that this was why nobody wants to talk to them, and said that if I'm 17 and drunk and can still act more mature than an 18 and 19-year-old, then that says a lot. I said to both of them that they were now blocked, and I proceeded to block and remove the both of them off everything. AITA for reacting the way I did, and should I have done anything different?